As a Kingdom Hearts fan, I've noticed that there are 2 Final Fantasy games that are coming out at least a year from now, but they're less than a year apart. Final Fantasy 16 is coming out summer 2023, if it doesn't get delayed. And then Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth is coming out that winter. So that would be either like holiday 2023 to early 2024. That's close. As a Kingdom Hearts fan, I wonder, when's that coming out? Those other 2 games were in development longer than Kingdom Hearts 4, but I don't know about, like, with Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth, I don't know how much longer in development it's been in for, like, compared to Kingdom Hearts 4. I don't really know. Because I don't know exactly when Kingdom Hearts 4 started development. Because I know they hired for it in December 2019, and then there was a 6-month trial on the Unreal Engine 5. And then it started at some point after that. I don't know if like the 6-month trial ended like that summer in 2020, which is when they said Final Fantasy VII Rebirth was in development. Like, I don't know. I don't know if it started then, because in April they said that Kingdom Hearts 4 was in early development and they were still picking Disney levels. That doesn't sound like it's been in development for a while. Like, they were hiring for it back then, but like, how long has it actually been in development? We know those Final Fantasy games are PS5 games, we know that. And I think Final Fantasy 16, they said it's coming out on PC later, but Kingdom Hearts 4, that was in the NVIDIA GeForce Now Elite coming out on PC. And Final Fantasy 16 also was in there, but Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth was not. They haven't said anything about that coming out on PC. But Kingdom Hearts 4, they didn't announce any platforms, as I've said in previous videos, that I thought was strange. Because normally they know that in the beginning. Normally that's already figured out. The contracts are already done. But for Kingdom Hearts 4, it was not. Why? Why did they, how has that not worked out? That's usually like one of the first things they do. What's going on? I just want to know. Because I don't know what console I'm getting yet. I usually don't pick a console until the middle of the generation. And we're not there yet, but I would like to know like what consoles it's coming out on, so I can get mine. I don't need to get it now. I know I'm going to end up just getting it close to when the game's about to come out, I guess. Kingdom Hearts 4. Could it come out? I said 2026. Could it come out sooner? I'm not feeling sooner. Because Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, that's coming out 3.5 years if it doesn't get delayed. We don't know. Assuming it doesn't get delayed, 3.5 years after they announced it was in development. But for Kingdom Hearts 4, will it be the same thing? Meaning like 2025? Or will it be a longer process? Because it looks like in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth that like the character models are pretty much the same. Like with Kingdom Hearts 4, I don't know how many of them are going to be because there's going to be new characters obviously, and I don't know like how much more, and obviously the locations. I'm not saying like I don't know how many, like with Final Fantasy VII and those games, the remake games. Like I don't know like how many new locations they have to make and stuff. But with Kingdom Hearts 4, they got to make new locations and all that. So that's new levels, and I know Final Fantasy VII Rebirth will have new levels. I'm not saying that, but with Kingdom Hearts 4, I'm just wondering like if that development cycle would just be longer. Because it's a like new game. It's not like, I mean, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. I'm just wondering, all right? That's all. People are still wondering if Square Enix is going to be acquired or not. They're still wondering, including me. I'm not as hyped as I used to be for that announcement. I mean, if they announce it, they announce it. If they don't, they don't, really. It's just that simple. But that's been going on over a year, that rumor that Sony's going to acquire Square Enix. Even before that, it was like a suggestion that like Microsoft is trying to get into the Japanese situation, and it was more Sega people were assuming, but Square Enix was mentioned as a possibility. But it was more Sony. Sony has been the main rumor, because they've been close with Square Enix, and earlier this year they announced the partnership for exclusives. I don't know if Kingdom Hearts 4 is going to be part of that, because they already they recently, last few years, became multi-platform, so I don't know. I've been saying the same stuff over and over again. I don't know if I don't know like what, like if Kingdom Hearts 4 like would be part of that. Like I don't know, like I know Final Fantasy probably isn't Forspoken, like games like I don't even know if Forspoken would be part of that. I have to look up like the specifics about that again, because I don't remember now, like, because everyone's been talking about the acquisitions and stuff, that like people seem to like have forgotten about the partnership that was announced. A lot of people thought that was like the acquisition rumors, like what it led to for Square Enix. So, but apparently the rumors resurfaced like in early May or something. So I don't know anymore, man. This acquisition stuff, it's like, it's so tedious, like following it, even though I like following it, but it's like, we don't know. Maybe I should check it right now. Let me see. Sony, Square Enix. Well, I'm sorry, this is time consuming. Square Enix partnership exclusives. Let me check this. Haven't announced any official. What? This is like ridiculous. I'm sorry, guys. They're not giving me any articles. They're not giving me any articles here. They're just giving me recent trash. This is going to be edited out of the video, because I couldn't find it. Alright, I'm going to wrap up the video. I'm going to make a follow-up video. If I find out more information. But I don't know if I will, so... Alright, that's it for me.